in fucking middle of fucking Germany. I don't know where I am, but we're going. We're going places. About 1 year ago, I went to Austria. I lived in Salzburg, and I studied at the University of Salzburg. When I was there, I did so many things. Obviously, I was taken around, shown the city. We went to markets, ate food, did everything that we could to soak up everything that we could. School was pretty easy. I learned numerous things about Austria, but could have been harder maybe. First weekend there, we ended up going to Vienna, which was an amazing city. Somehow we finessed being able to see the Vienna Philharmonic, the best orchestra in the world, for free. We also ate gelato, lots of gelato. Lots of gelato. We went to museums. I got to see the art that I've been looking at since I was 10 years old. Pieces of history just staring at me. We got to see beautiful gardens. We got to see a beautiful palace. I made friends. It was cool to be able to get into sort of my own day-to-day, figure out how you're gonna function when you're living somewhere for 40 days. I got my regular coffee shop, had my spot where I read. We had our place where we went to have fun. 2 places, I should say. It was cool to be alone and figure out how to be myself in a totally different place. It was also cool to be able to speak the language that I've been learning for at least 2 semesters. After Vienna, we took a trip to Munich. Munich was awesome, to say the least. Such a clean city. So many friendly people. So much history. Everyone's outside, living their best life that they can. I ended up taking a Stein from the original Hofbrauhaus. It's in my room now. After Munich, we ended up being able to go to Innsbruck, Austria. Innsbruck was really cool. It's probably my favorite city that we went to when I was over there. It was a really big snowboarding and skateboarding town, but also you're in the middle of the mountains. It's kind of a crazy thing, seeing these people's lives that this is their day-to-day. It's crazy. I got to go up on top of a mountain, one of the Alps, and it's not even like it was one of the tallest. I think we were around 6,000 feet up. But it was enough. Being in the company of mountains is something else. There's no way to explain it. It's just beautiful. I knew I had to come down at some point, but I didn't really want to. After that, we went back home, and it's funny how quick something becomes home. The people that you're with, the places you're at. You familiarize so quickly, you don't even notice. We had one free weekend during our span of time there, and I chose to go to Hallstatt with some friends. Hallstatt was cool, it was pretty. All we really did was sit around, but I was okay with that. It's nice to just go somewhere and sit, not have to worry about an itinerary. And even though it was quick, it was still nice. School started to wrap up, and we finished most of our things that we needed to do. And that's when my mom came. Me and her decided to go around. I showed her Vienna. We ended up taking a bus ride to Bratislava, Slovakia, where we had to store our luggage with some random hotel with some nice people working there. We walked around a market, ate goulash, took a tour of the city, and then went straight to taking a train ride up to Prague. We got a train at the last second. I think the train was leaving no more than 5 minutes from when we bought our tickets. We got to Prague and we stayed there for a couple days. Prague was cool. There was a place next door that ended up having some pretty cheap food. Me and Mom like to find hole in the walls everywhere. Even Prague. Once we were ready to leave, we took a train back to Germany. There were a couple bumps in the road. Luckily, on the train we were taking, there was a guy that could help us navigate where to go and transfer. We ended up staying in Munich for a couple days until we took a flight home. We went back to Innsbruck, showed her all of the mountains. Then we went back to Munich and just hung out. This is a moment in my life that I was able to be alone and to think alone and to just experience my existence. You're so connected to the people around you back home, or the places back home. And when you're finally able to immerse yourself in something totally new, it's different. It's good. I hope that everyone can do something like this.